So guys, welcome back to part 2 of the weekend roundup for the week of March 11th through March 15th. We're going to go ahead and continue on looking at the mods released in the Giants Mod Hub for that duration. We've made it all the way up through the updated mods, through some of the through the vehicles in the main hook lift truck, and a few of the implements and attachments. And now we're going to start looking at all of the trailers that were released this week. And oh my gosh, there must have been at least 9 trailers released this week. So let's go ahead and jump on in here. First up, we have the Silo King Trail Line Duo 1814. Now this is the basically is a modded version of the in-game Silo King pull behind feed mixer. So the default value is 16,000 liter capacity. And here we have the Trailed Duo 1814 at 18,000 liter capacity, $53,000 compared to, well, $53,000. So let's go ahead and take a look here at this mod. So first up, we have the 1814, which interestingly has a 14,000 liter capacity as opposed to 16,000 liter capacity. $53,000, $2,703 to lease, $530 per day, and $1,113 per operating hour. So we can change our wide tires, standard and wide tires on the tire configuration. And then we can adjust the capacity from 14,000 to 16,000. You can see it adds a little bit of a lip there to the top. That increases the price by $1,000. And then we can add another lip to 18,000 liters, which increases the capacity, the cost another $1,000 to $55,000. And then we're back to 14. So basically we have 14,000 liter, 18,000 and 16,000 liter capacities. Let's go ahead and just get an 18,000 liter one just to take a look at it. And I have to say, one word of caution I would have on this is you may experience some problems getting product into this mixer if you've got a small tractor or the short loader arms, or a skid steer probably would have some difficulty getting the reach up into that tall of a mixer with that extra high lip. We're not going to go to the bother of trying that out, but I would just caution that might be a little difficult with this unless you use a telehandler to get that extra high reach, or the larger loader arms. The larger loader arms might work quite well with this particular mod. Again, this mod is by John I 6530 and is available for all platforms, PC and console. So let's go ahead and move on to the next trailer, and that is the BSS P73SH by the Neve. Let's see here. The Neve Sova 36. The Neve Sova 36. Okay. Well, at any rate, so we're going to go to Tools and Trailers. And here we are. The P73SH. You can see all these other trailer mods we've got this week. This is a pretty interesting old school looking trailer. Several configuration options on here. First off, base configuration is $10,000 to buy, $510 to lease, $100 per day, and $210 per operating hour thereafter. Holds 16,000 liters, and looks like we can adjust the capacity to 9,000 liters. Get an extra layer on the sides. I do like the chain in the middle, so when you put product in here, it'll keep the middle from bowing out. And we can put a cage on it to go up to 15,000 liters. Or we could make it a bale wagon where we can lower the sides. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at it in the 9,000 liter configuration. So we can change the bottom from BBS gray to BBS black. And we can change the design color from BBS blue to green, brown, or red. Interesting. We can change the reflectors. It's 1, reflectors 2. All right, I'm not seeing any change there. Let's try that. Oh, there it is on the front. So we can put them down low, or we can put them up high. Okay. And then we have fenders 1 or fenders 2. Okay, I'm not seeing anything change here. Maybe it's in a different configuration. Oh, wait. See something change. Oh, wow. So it says fenders, but I mean, it's like it's the mud flaps here. Take a look right here. See, it's kind of squared offish. Okay. And now it's kind of rounded. That is the change. Wow. Okay. So let's go ahead and release this up. Just take a look at it in a little bit more detail. Sorry about that, guys. The cough just crept right up on me. Really nice details there on the wood. The painted wood looks really good. See the wood grain, but you can also kind of see where the paint's been kind of, I guess, smeared in there and piled up, or whatever. Like a thick paint's been applied to the wood. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Interesting tires. Kind of a rough, interesting tread pattern on those. Kind of a beat up warning labels on the back, warning placards. And this is a dolly trailer, so that might rule out a lot of people's gameplay on it just because it is dollies. Looks like we also have dynamic hoses. Indeed we do. We've got hose hookups for power and hydraulic. Or it might be air and hydraulic. This thing is going to have a crazy turning radius because of that dolly. Where you're going to be able to turn this thing. Obviously we went a little extreme with that, but we're going to be able to cut this thing all kinds of places. So let's go ahead and pull this out over here to our grass area. And I want to just force unload. Just see this thing tip. So when we tip, it looks like the chain magically disappears. It'd be nice if the chain stayed there. So we got our options. We can tip left. We can tip right. We can tip left or right. Those are our only options with this particular configuration. I'm a little interested in what that big with the cage, how that big cage configuration works. And drop this off here. Take a look at the cage configuration. We can tip side left, right, left or right still. It does have a rear hitch. Let's see if the rear hitch works too. Same action going on. Alright. Let's see if I can connect these two together real fast. Indeed. And now we'll see the real turning radius capability of these trailers once they are hooked together. We could really do some serious round up the covered wagons with this. Let's go ahead and put these over here out of the way. Again, these trailers are, interesting enough, they are just for, oops, they are for PC only. All right. At any rate, the next trailer up for grabs is the homemade IBC front tank. So I kind of put this in the trailer section, probably shouldn't have. At any rate, here we have the IBC front tank. It is a 3-point hitch connection, $1,950, $99 to lease, $19 per day, $40 per operating hour. There are no configuration options on this, and it holds 2,000 liters of water. So I suppose you could put this on the front or the back. We're going to go ahead and hook it up to the back. Get it out and take a look at it. And this is a great little mod for basically feed or watering your animals. Of course, you've got the water trailer, but some folks may not want to. You may not want to use the water trailer for some reason. And if that's the case, then you can pretty much just use this. 2,000 liters, so maybe you don't need all that much water. Then you could really just use this instead. Get two of these, one on the front, one on the back, and haul 4,000 liters of water. So there we go. We're bringing the water in. Lower this down if we wanted to. There we go. So that is by Not Ready, and that mod is available for PC and console. All right. Let's head on and look at the next mod, which... Oh, sorry, guys. I'm just getting some coughs coming up for some reason. At any rate, we've got the Lizard 20-foot bale trailer by 4D Modding. Now, this mod was released a while back on 4D Modding's Facebook for PC players to be able to take advantage of. But it has finally made its way through Mod Hub testing and now is available for console players as well. This is kind of an old, rustic, and, well, it says refurbished, but I don't know if it's really that refurbished. But kind of an old, rundown, cheap flatbed trailer for the farmer that's kind of starting out. So it's $8,250 to buy, $420 to lease, $82 per day, and $173 per operating hour. You have a fair bit of configuration options on here. We've got Lizard wheels. We've got knock-in wheels. See how the knock-in wheels raise it up. And then we've got Trelleborg wheels. In the Lizard configuration, we basically have dual wheels on both sides. Change the rim color to whatever color we want. I think maybe something like a gray would look pretty good on that trailer. We have standard or front and rear grill options. We can also put a toolbox on there. Let's go ahead and just do that just for fun. And we can go with the registration, and that puts license plates here on the back. We've got all kinds of license plate options, including a USA registration plate. Let's go ahead and leave that there. And let's go ahead and lease it up and take a look at it. So I'd say one thing that maybe I would like to see a little different on this is the wood is just awful shiny. You know, if we're going to have a busted up trailer deck like this, where we obviously need to come in here and patch, I don't think we would have gone to the extent of putting such shiny varnish on our wood deck. You know, something else that would be cool is if we could get this in a broken down configuration like this, or if we could get it in a repaired configuration where we didn't necessarily have a solid deck here that wasn't broken up, but maybe we had boards basically bolted and screwed into the deck on top of where certain things were broken off. So maybe there was a couple holes in the deck, but most of them were kind of patched up with like plywood or other things, just kind of bolted onto the top. I think that would be rather interesting. We do have a pin hitch, and it looks like we're going to have hose hookups. So let's just go ahead and hook up to this thing. I'm not going to the extent of actually putting bales on this trailer, just because we just got so many mods to take a look at. You indeed have hose hookups. It's cool. Got Idaho plates. Got rear brake lights, reverse lights, 4 ways left and right blinkers. We do not have any sort of hazard lights on the trailer, and we do have straps. With nothing on the trailer, the straps appear in the bottom. And can we unfold? We can unfold, and if we unfold the trailer, the basically the toolbox opens and closes. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put this one over here, because we're not even halfway through the trailers released this week. Next trailer up is the TO88 plus 353. Oh, this is a manure spreader. It is by Surrey Modding and AAA Modding, AAA Modding. Go ahead and go on over here to our manure spreaders. We got the 4Shit T088 manure spreader, $9,500, 9 meter working width. So let's compare that to, well, let's say here the Kuhn, 10 meter working width. The Farm Tech, the small Farm Tech is also a 9 meter working width, $27,500, holds 10,500 liters. Whereas this one is $9,500, holds 10,600 liters, 114 horsepower versus just 64 horsepower. So this one does require quite a bit more horsepower than the small Farm Tech, but is pretty cool for the farmer that wants a cheap and small manure spreader, or someone that's looking to kind of build out that European farm equipment with kind of some authentic European style stuff. So we've got a choice of color options: red or yellow, which just seems to affect the rim colors. See anything else changed, unless it also is changing the color on the trailer. Nope, just the rim color. And we can change it baby blue to green and yellow. So we got blue or red or green and yellow, and that's where we want to come in here and pick that yellow configuration. Let's go ahead and lease this up. Take a look at it here. Looks pretty darn good. Just let's go ahead and hook up to it and see if we have our trailer lights. Or not. The brake lights, no reverse lights. Got 4 ways left and right blinkers. You have rear lights when we turn our lights on. Alright. Go ahead and put this one over here. Out of the way. It looks pretty cool. Would work really nice with some of those four-shit tractors, the mower, and a couple other cool European-looking mods. And we've got one more really interesting European trailer right next. We've got the FS19 HW80 trailer pack. Right here they are, HW80, 80.11, SHA8, and the PF20 trailer. These are also in the Forshit brand, and they are also by AAA Modding. He has brought us several of these. He's brought us the Forshit tractors, the mower Swather, the plow, and now the trailer pack here. So he is really into using this brand, and I kind of like the looks of these trailers. Here we go. This one is the HW80.11. I should say this mod is for all platforms, PC and console. So this one has a capacity of 11,000 liters or 15,000 liters. Oh, I like that. 15,000 liters with the metal and the bars across the top. Or we could go 15,000 liters with kind of the top is some wood. And we have the bale load wagon where we have the sides off. So that's pretty cool. Standard wheels are narrows. Then we've got several other interesting tire options. Look at those. Look at those configurations. We've got the P1670R20s, the P1670R20L60, 70R20 16-70R20s, narrow tires, standard tires, and there we go again. We can change our colors. That design color we can make red, which is the underframe. Rim color we can make gray. And the main color we can make... Whoa. Let's go with that yellow. I don't know. There we go. Let's just do that. And let's lease this one up. Oops. Back in here. Let's take a look at the next trailer in this pack. We have the 80.11 SHA8. So this is an interesting trailer. I guess it's for silage use or maybe grain use. I'm not sure. 18,780 in its base configuration. Lower side left, lower side right, or standard. So I guess in this configuration it would be for silage. So you would be blowing in silage left or right. Doesn't change the capacity. And we've got our wheel configurations again. We got our narrow and standards. And we've got our other tire options. And again, we have our color configurations. Oh, blue, and gray. Let's lease that up. So let's go back here. In its standard configuration, it's $6,957. $354 to lease, $69 per day, and $146 per operating hour. So did we go ahead and lease one of these? I think we did. Now let's take a look at the last trailer in this pack. We have the 80.11 PF20. This one, no doubt, is for silage, at least in this configuration. Let's go to... we were just changing our wheel setups. There is no other configuration. And again, it has the same wheel setups as the other wheels in this pack, and the same just general color combinations available to us. There we go. Let's go ahead and lease this one up. And again, let's take a look at the base price. Wow, this one is $20,000. Look at this. It is cheaper. $5,957. $303 to lease, $59 per day, and $125 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and do one of those. I don't know if we got it already. Okay. We had already gotten it, but that's cool. That's cool. Let's go ahead and take a look. They all appear to have rear hitches on them. Let's see if we can manage to train a couple of these together. Look at these. Are some pretty cool, slick trailers. Now this one has some type of cable or some type of configuration here. When it raises up, it must do something. This one is a different configuration in the front. And this one looks a lot like the first, but with something going up to the top. So yeah, I'm really intrigued with how all of these might operate. See if they all have different moving parts or basically dump. Let's go ahead and see if we can't channel our inner dolly trailer backing maneuvering skills. Hook these up. Woohoo! Are we going to be able to? Can we turn 2 sets of dolly trailers? Can we do it? I don't know. Let's try. Let's work it. Let's work it. Let's do something a little simpler here. Oops. Didn't really want to do that, but okay. Haha! Who wants to cheat like me? Who can cheat like I can? Haha! Watch, there you learned a new trick. There you learned a trick. Everybody lost this video, just learned themselves a new trick. Alright, so we got 3 trailers all hooked up together, all in dolly format. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and dump the rear trailer. That is pretty slick how that one works. The bottom side opens up. Basically, it's all hard point. Pin opens. Then the act of the piston lifting the bed basically causes the bottom to open and causes the top to lift up. Pretty cool deal. Change the left. Oh, we can change the right. Oh, let's do that. Let's see what the right side looks like. It says we could do left, right, but it appears that we're only actually tipping to the left. Okay, let's go ahead and let's disconnect so we can see this one work. Unload here. So we got the cable, we got a pulley rotating, pretty cool. And it's basically lifting up that whole side. Oh, that is sweet. An interesting configuration. Now, I suspect we can't flip this side either. Just trying to flip it and force dump. Nope. Okay, so this configuration. Do get hose hookups when we chain these trailers together too, because look, we get the hoses being draped through. That is pretty cool. Okay, so now let's go ahead and unhook this one, and now I bet we can tip right. Or we can tip left. Okay. Again, the same general mechanics as the first trailer. Tip right. Yep, now we can tip left or right with this particular trailer configuration. Pretty cool pack indeed. I like how we got the hard lines down the bed. Then we go to soft lines. And, oh, is this line actually moving? Oh, take a look. That line is actually moving as the piston goes up. Hydraulic ram. That is pretty cool. Alright guys, so that is that pack. That is the 4-shit HW80 trailer pack. And by AAA Modding, and it is for all PC platforms. Now let's move on to the next trailer. We've got the Fleagle SDS 350 flatbed trailer by TS Modding, and it is also available for all platforms. Now let's see here. This one might be sneaky, and it might be here under Baling Technologies. Indeed it is, the Fleagle SDS 350. $28,000 to buy. It is going to either require a dolly or a semi-truck. We can get it in standard wheel configuration or wide tires. Has a long stainless steel deck with a front on it. And I wonder if it has hose hookups. Let's go ahead and try that out. So before we look at that, it's $28,000, $1,428 to lease, $280 per day, and $588 per operating hour. Go ahead and lease that on up, and let's get the man truck, because that's the one that has hose hookups. Really wish we had hose hookups on more than just this one truck. Thankfully, we've got some mod trucks that have, oh my gosh, the sun glare off of that deck. Thank goodness we've got some mod trucks that have hose hookups. Oh, that's depressing. That really is. I mean, they're modeled there, but they don't actually work. That is a little on the depressing front. We do have straps. Lots of straps there. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's just a flatbed trailer. Interesting rims on here. We have reverse lights. We do have brake lights. Little brake lights. I mean, it's hard to see there. Left, right flashers. Running lights. Alright, pretty cool deal. This trailer is available for all platforms. Let's go ahead and just put this over here. And again, it is by TS Modding. And we're going to go ahead and look at another flatbed trailer. This is by Bandit Booker. And this is a nice little small American looking flatbed trailer. Let's see if we can't find this thing. First off, let's look at miscellaneous. Not there. Let's look under Baling Technologies. Not there. Okay, let's see here. Let's look under animals. Not there. Okay, well. Trailers. Not there. Okay, well. Where on earth could this thing be? You can find brand. American Bandit. There it is. Where is it? I don't know. I don't know where it is. All I can tell you is find it by brand. If y'all know where this is in a shop under the categories, let me know in the comments. Actually, I see now on the website where it is, and I would not have thought to look under low loaders. Okay. So here we are. I really like this mod in 17. Like I said in the intro on part 1. Really glad to see it come back here in 19. We have our main color option. Change the main frame color to pretty much anything that we want. I'm going to go with something like Agco. Yeah, let's go with Onyx. That looks good. We can change the rim color to something like metal, and we can go low hitch or a middle hitch. Let's take a look at this, or a high hitch. So you can see we can adjust where we mount the hitch, and that's going to basically be depending on how high of let's say the bumper is on the truck. Basically where you want to mount the hitch so that it rides fairly level. Let's go back here to our base configuration. It is $4,500 to buy, $229 to lease, $45 per day, and $94 per operating hour. Let's just go ahead and get this, and we'll just use the tractor, I guess, to hook up to this thing and see it work. Now, one thing that the 17 version had that was a little bit of a disappointment, and it'll be interesting to see if the 19 version does the same thing. First off, it would have been nice if we had hose hookups, at least for power, because we have lights. We're gonna need to get power somehow, but we don't have any hose hookups going on here. So we take a look and we unfold the trailer. Oh, that is so much better than how it used to work. Very good. Very good. So these angled uprights here, this angled upright right here, and the one on the other side, in 17, when you lower the trailer down, the rear, they just stayed where they were. In 19, they actually lower down a little bit and then end up resting on that that little square thing right there, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and lower it down and look. See how it's now lowered, and then it's now basically just resting on that that little bit of square tubing, which is basically what it's using to extend out the. We could basically probably put, you know, 2x4s in there or whatever, and basically extend this, extend the sides up. You can see we do have plenty of straps, lots of strap points all the way down, even on the top part of the bottom ramp. Pretty cool deal there. And we can pretty much use this as a flatbed or to haul tractors or implements. Let's go ahead and just get a small tractor here. Let's get the Fiat. Since it's so darn slow, we're not going to want to drive it around. We're going to want to trailer it. Go ahead and up on the trailer. Put this kind of over the rear axles. Let's fold it up. And off we go. Like I said, I'm really glad to see this mod finally make its way officially into 19. I know there were some converts done this trailer a while back, but I had kind of been holding out and hoping and waiting. Uh-oh. Is this thing going crazy on me? Uh-oh. Kind of been hoping and waiting. There we go. A really cool jack stand animation going on there. Hoping and waiting for it to come out by the original author from 17, and lo and behold, here she is. So the last trailer, oh my gosh, this has been a video in its own, just the trailer section. The last trailer here is the Shoemaker SW180. It is a nice large trailer. Go here to trailers, scrolling over here to the Shoemaker SIWA 180, $25,000, 45,000 liter capacity. let's see, what other trailers do we have in that general size range? Well, we got the Joskin Drakkar 8600 in 47,000 liters. Here we go. We have the AgriLiner TAW30. That is 45,000 liters for $56,000. This one is 45,000 liters for less than half of that. Another great deal for the starting out farmer who is looking to maximize his ability to haul stuff and minimize his expenses. So we can change our rim color from whatever that is to whatever that is in white. Interesting how some mods will list you the color name and others like this one don't. Their choice of Trelleborg tires or Michelin tires. Or, whoa, BKT standard, BKT wide. I don't like Michelin tires. So this mod is by a group of modders. Oh my goodness. 20 millimeter Normandy FT. And we have JD7530 Chris. Then the BKT tires are by JD7530 Chris. FTIN. I don't understand that. But at any rate, that's the credits listed on the website. This mod is for PC and console, and it looks like it has a walking floor. So it would also be good for those tip points or barns that are fairly low on the roof line. Go ahead and hook this on up. We have hoses, looks like. And we're going to go over here and just dump this and just see the animation. You have brake lights, no reverse lights. See, we got the tip up. Then we got the walking floor. Action. Lower the trailer. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Okay. So that concludes our trailer section. We're going to basically move on to our placeable section now. And for that, we're going to go and just for funsies' sake, we're going to go and get this trailer here. And we're going to hook up to the manure spreader because I want to see if, well, I just want to see if one of these mods lets me buy manure. I don't remember. Alright guys, well, it wouldn't let me hook up the manure spreader to the rear hitch. I think this is only going to work with a pin hitch as opposed to a ball hitch. That's why we could connect these together because they are all pin hitch. And the manure spreader was a ball hitch type connection. So the first placeable mod up we have today is the buying station for all fruit types by Studerall Modding. Now this is available for all platforms. So if we go to placeables and, well, let's look here under silos. And, well, it's not there. Okay, let's go here under miscellaneous. Here we are, buying station, $33,000. Let's go ahead and just move up here to the placeable area that I set up. Test these out. Just drop it down there. So $33,000, $10 per day. Whereas, interesting enough, the website says $5 a day, but the store just said $10 a day. So the purpose of this mod is basically to allow you to purchase all kinds of fill types. So we can purchase wheat, barley, oat, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugarcane, seed, straw, manure, fertilizer, lime, and back to wheat. So what is the price on these things? Well, I don't know. So I thought we would just go ahead and basically fill this up with wheat and see the cost. We're going to get about 1,000 liters of wheat. So 990 liters of wheat, just $333. Wow. Let's take a look at this. Calculator, $990, 990 liters by 330. So that is, no, that's the wrong way. We got to go reverse. $333, and we got 990 liters. Are you kidding me? That is just 33 cents per liter? Is that right? Can that be right? Holy cow, is that serious? Oh, I really hate this red. $334 is other. And I got 990 liters. That is seriously less. That's is. All right, we're gonna use two different placeable mods. We're gonna put down this Silos Agritech also, so we can then basically dump this in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get 1,000 liters of another product. I mean, if it's really that cheap. So 1,000 liters would have been $300 some, and we could go turn around and sell it for $1,200. Oh my gosh, that might be a little excessively cheap. Okay, let's go ahead and get about 1,000 liters of barley. And $307 for 982 liters of barley. So that once again is about a third of a dollar per liter, 33 cents. Let's go with soybean. See if soybeans, and we'll do soybeans and corn. Just see. And we're going to go to 1,000 liters. Oops. Well, we were at 900 liters, sorry, and we were at $700. So if we do that, if we go 706 divided by 908, okay, that's 77 cents per liter for soybeans. It's a little more, but still, if I pay 77 cents per 1,000 liters, or per liter for soybeans, okay, so 1,000 liters is going to be $770, and I can turn around and sell that 1,000 liters for $2,400. I could just make runs between this thing and the sell point and make all the money I wanted to. Alright, let's go to corn. And fill out 1,000 liters of corn. Alright. $381 for 1,005 liters of corn. Well, I don't think I need to test any more. Clearly that thing is dirt cheap with its purchasing. So again, that is the buying station for all fruit types by Pseudo-Rural Modding, and is available for all platforms. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at another placeable. It is the Silos Agritech by RB Modding, and here we go. Here we've got the one silo. We've got an interesting, I don't know if this is like a fiberglass. If this is supposed to be like a fiberglass texture on this small silo. Got a interesting pipe here at the bottom. We got a heap of what looks like that's supposed to be wheat, or if that is like a pig food texture. We got a heap of something there to basically demonstrate where the tip point is. And we got our fill pipe, and this trailer will hold, or this silo will hold wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, and pig food. And it holds a standard standard configuration, holds just 30,000 liters. So it holds pig food. So this would be really cool for your pig farm, where you could just put in, $15,000. You could make wheat and have $30,000 of wheat. And then for $10,000, we've got an extension that holds an additional 30,000 liters. So you could zoom on in here. Put one there. Put one here. Put one here. Put one. Look at that. So now we have 150,000 liters because we've got, five silos now, all close to each other. And that is the Silos Agritech by RB Modding, and it is a PC only mod. Interesting enough. All right, next up, we've got another silo, but this is a silo extension. So if we go to silos, we go over here, we've got the Westill silo extension, $60,000, 100,000 liter capacity on this thing. Well, it's all your standard crops, $25 per day. The other two silos do not list a daily price, but basically this one is a silo extension, just like this one. If you put it down, it doesn't actually do anything until you have a real silo. So let's put a real silo in right here. And then let's put in this. Oh, we have multiple sizes. Okay. We got $60,000 for $100,000. And that one, oh my gosh, look how little that thing is. And we've got a medium one, $500,000. Let's rotate this. And let's spin this so that the brand is sticking out. Let's put that one right there. And then we've got the large one, which is 1,000,000 liters, $150,000. $150 per day, and oh my, it is a beast. So let's go ahead and come on over here and take a look. So of course, we've got the big grain here. That is our silo for the placeable silo. We've got the small one. Next size up, and then the big boy right here. These are all silo extensions that then add capacity to the original silo. They do not work as standalone options. So this mod is by NecoPix, and it is for PC players only. Now we've got just four more placeable mods. Next up, we have a vehicle shelter, small vehicle shelter pack, and a medium-sized long vehicle shelter. So this one is $20,000, and this mod is also by NecoPix and is available for PC and console. So we've got the small one and the large one. The small one is $4,800, and the large one is $20,000. Very nice. Now this one has lights. We have light switches, or do these lights come on automatically? We have what looks like a light switch here, but it doesn't seem to give us a ability to turn on or off. So I think it is just decoration, and these lights probably toggle on automatically probably sometime around 9 p.m. Alright, And again, that is NecoPix and is available for all platforms. Now, interesting enough, this week we had 2 placeable silage bunkers come out in the mod hub. We had the, where is it? The U silo by Tarcizi, TARCZI007, and it is available for all platforms. $60 per day. Basically, it is 24 by 24 by 4 meters square. And we can rotate this one of 4 different angles. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see. So I can rotate it in one of 4 primary angles. Put it down. There we go. See that it changes the bottom to a concrete texture. And then we've got this interesting block texture here. Pretty cool indeed. Now, if this was a standalone mod review on this, we would probably try to fill it and compact it, make sure that we didn't get silage seeping out the sides or anything. But in this weekend roundup, we just don't have time to do the full extent of the testing and demonstration of the mod. So we're just going to show it off to you. And then we've got from RB Modding, we've got a bunker silo pack that we skipped to get to the other one. We've got a small closed bunker, $20,000. Let's just put it. You see, we can rotate this one a full 360 degrees, whereas the other one we had to rotate one of 4 primary angles. So let's put that one right here as a size comparative. Then we've got the medium closed for $30,000. And we'll put it right here for a size comparison. Again, we can rotate this one all 360 degrees. And then we've got the big one for $40,000. Put it right here. Again, as another good size comparative. This one is a little bit longer than the U one. And a lot narrower, for sure. Then we've got the medium. It's a little bit taller of a wall, a little bit wider. Probably about the same length, given the fact that I just kind of free placed these without a lot of care, that I actually butted them up side by side. And then we've got the large, which has even higher walls, longer walls, and wider walls. So all kinds of silage bunker choices. And then we even have the lighted silage bunker that is in console testing this week. This mod is available for all platforms, and again, it is by RB Modding. Now we come to the final and possibly the most, should I say it was a rather controversial mod this week, is the heating plant. So let's take a look on our miscellaneous. We've got the Hyzomat heating plant for $68,000. And the reason this thing was so highly controversial is when it first came out, it didn't work. Thought mods that were in the mod hub were supposedly tested. And we could be reasonably sure that they functioned correctly. Especially since this mod was released on console. But it flat out just didn't work. It came out the very next day, was released again. This time it is working. So what we're going to do is I am going to magically poof wood chips into this trailer, and then we're going to sell them off. Boom! Like I said, magic happens. Now have a load of wood chips. Let's go ahead and, well, let's see. Can I sell these wood chips now in this Hyzomat. Let's see here. Which side am I tipping to? Tip side right. Alright, well, let's tip side to the right and see. I'm pretty sure I got the fixed version. I'm not getting a tip indicator. Tip side left. Let's do that. Huh. Well, I confirmed. I definitely have version 2.0 installed, but I'm not getting the tip trigger at all when I pull up to this thing. I do have it set to tip side left. Well, I am pulled up to it on the left. If we look at the trigger here, so that is the trailer trigger. Let's move that out of the way. See, we've got a red box right here. It's kind of hard to see, maybe, but there's a red box, so that should be the trigger, right? I mean, over here on this side, though, we've got a red box. But I don't know, maybe it's too high, and that's why we're not getting it. I don't know. If it's particular as to what trailer we use, then that's not good. You see, we're just dumping it on the ground. Let's go and get a... I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't get it. I think this thing is still kind of broke. I mean, it shouldn't be so particular as to what trailer we use for it. But clearly, that trailer isn't going to work on it. So, buyer beware. Your mileage may vary. I don't know. This is going in the ain't going to work for me pile. But at any rate, that is all the placeables that were released this week in the Giants Mod Hub. We're going to go ahead and reset a bit and come back and take a look at the 3 script mods that were released. The 4th script mod we've already talked about. That is the Deady Save mod. Can't really demonstrate that in a video so well because of how it functions. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and reset. I'm going to start and we're going to look first up at Cultivator Field Creator. Then we're going to move on to variable spray usage, and then finally the display for tool position. So we'll be right back. So I'm down here below the shop. See, let's go ahead and go here. See, I'm down here below the shop in this kind of grassy area. There's obviously no field down here. What I'm going to do is, see, we now have, let's go ahead and unfold the cultivator. We've got that big cultivator that we looked at earlier in part 1. But take a look at that F1 menu. We now have a Allow Create Fields option if we hit Y. So if we lower the cultivator down and just drag it along the ground, you'll see nothing happens. Right? We're just dragging along the ground. Nothing happens. Alright, so we're going to back up here. We're going to hit Y to allow Create Fields, which typically only works with plows. And now we're going to lower the cultivator. And presto, we are digging up the dirt. And look at that. We're leaving a cultivation texture behind the cultivator. But we are creating a field. Then we can pick that up. Come around here. Pop it down. And there we go. Now we are making a field with our cultivator because we clicked allow create fields. And then if we select the limit to fields option, then it will stop creating fields and basically go back and act like a normal cultivator. So that is the Cultivator Field Creator mod by Wopster. It is just a simple script mod. All you do is drop it in your mod folder, activate it, and then be very careful because all cultivators basically then will have the capability of creating a field if you hit that Y button. So be very, very careful that you don't go and hit that button by mistake. Now we got a nice little square field down here. Come over here, we can see that it is cultivated and lists as need plowing. All right, so that was Cultivator Field Creator. Let's go ahead and take this back up here because we're going to then hook up to a sprayer, and we're going to take a look at variable spray usage. So this mod is I think a little similar to a mod that I did a mod review on quite a while back, where it basically limited the amount of spray based on your speed. Okay, so the slower you drove, the slower the liquid fertilizer would be used up. Faster you drove, then basically the faster it would get used up, to a point, of course, because you can only go so fast. So let's go to crop protection, and let's just get this Coon Deltas. Okay, and well, we need a pallet of spray of liquid fertilizer, don't we? Get that. And we'll see how this thing works. So variable spray usage is by Moniteur1 and Test DJ Toby. Okay, and it is available for PC only. So, all right, so now you see all of a sudden we are connected to a sprayer, and we've got this liters per hectare value over here on our screen of 300. Go to the F1 menu, we have increase spray rate. Okay, increase up to 800 liters per hectare, or we could decrease the spray rate to 100 liters per hectare. I like to say that. And this works for liquid manure, fertilizer, lime, liquid fertilizer, and herbicide. It says the application rate is regulated depending on the speed. This means no matter what speed is applied, the application rate is always adjusted. The script installs itself in all vehicles that have the specialization of sprayer. So in all slurry spreading devices, syringes, fertilizer spreaders, and manure spreaders. Following applications are possible, it says. 100 to 800 liters per hour or per hectare for liquid fertilizer and herbicide. Lime and fertilizer, solid fertilizer, we have 100 to 9,000 liters per hectare. Solid manure is 12,000 to 30,000 liters. And manure, I guess liquid manure, or slurry, is 1,000 liters to 45,000 liters per hectare. So let's go ahead and just open this thing up and just see how it works. There we go. So let's turn it on. You can see we have it on, but our volume isn't going down at all. It's not. It's at 1300, and it's still at 1300, and it's still at 1300. Oh, it went down a little bit. So we're moving along at full speed. It's dropping a little bit. So let's increase this to K all the way up to 800. And now we're driving along, and it's going down a whole lot faster. Oh my gosh. Let's go back here and decrease it. M to 200. And now it's going down a lot slower. Well, that's basically it, guys. That is variable spray usage. I mean, there's not a lot to show there. Works like it says for liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, slurry, manure, and liquid or indigestate, herbicide, and lime. All of those field types all have variable application usages. They can go in and change the application rate to really whatever you want within those defined ranges. All right, that brings us to our final. Oh my gosh, is it really our final? Oh, this has been a long production. Anyway, this brings us to our final video for the day, and that is the display tool position mod. So we're going to go ahead and get another Fendt, this time with front loader arms. Attachments, we're going to get a front loader, and we're going to get a pallet fork. Okay. Oh, and handy, we've got a pallet. Handy, we've got a pallet here to make use of. So this mod is by Ralph08, and it is available for PC only. The way this works is when we attach, there we go. All right, you now see in the bottom of your screen a measure. We have, we are at 0 meters. We are on the ground, and we are at 3 degrees. So now we're at 0 degrees. So we are technically level to the ground. Okay, so now we can come up here, and with confidence, we can stab this pallet with confidence and know that we are flat to the ground. We can raise it up, and we can tilt it back. We can see the angle of the tilt. Okay, and we can see the height that we have it off the ground. So almost 4 meters. Okay, so if you, some people like to use this when they are in the cab, so they can see, you know, basically how flat are their forks. You know, if they're coming up to a pallet, they can't tell if their forks are tilted way up 28 degrees, or if they are tilted way down, or if they are somewhat, you know, neutral. Now they can tell. Just slide on in here, pick it up. I guess I stabbed it, huh? You can slide on here, pick it up, and they can see the angle and the height. I mean, there's not a lot going on here. Now, this mod does have some new functionality. It says that it didn't have in 17, and that is that we now have the ability to set a new 0 point for it. So the mod description says, handling. When the script is loaded, the height and angle is currently selected of the currently selected tool will be displayed at the bottom middle. With right control J, you can set the height to 0. With right control N, the angle. So let's go ahead and just be silly. So we're going to change this to 0 height with right control J. Oh, I need to hit right control, not left control. Right control J, and right control in. Well, now, now that's the new 0. Well, that's not 0. The reason he says that you can do this is because in Farm Sim 19, when you change your tires, oftentimes, and we've seen this, oftentimes, so right control J and in, there we go. So oftentimes, when you change a trailer or a tractor or a truck, the height of the trailer, tractor, or truck will change based on the type of tire. So when the tractor height changes, then 0 meters from the ground is going to be different because now the tractor is taller or shorter. Possibly the same with respect to flat. If the tractor is taller, then you have to lower the forks, the arms more to get to the ground. Well, then it's the potential that the forks might be tilting downward more than flat. So you can go in and you can basically reset those to whatever you want. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and click the like button. And like I said, this was a megalithic mod roundup weekend because of the 37 mods released from Giants this week. We had a ton of trailers, vehicles, not so much. We just had the man truck. We had a ton of trailers, fair number of implements, and a nice number of placeables in this week's roundup. So until next time, happy farming.